I want to be able to have a group of young people that we will work with permanently, Cleo, on this voting and police thing that you put together. We'll be back here to deal with that. But before we bring the family out, I really want Attorney Crump and Attorney Powell, Lexington Powell, to say some words on the end of my part. And because I think it's very important. I again want to give credit to Reverend Raymond Brown, who never gave up. Like any family, me and him fuss and fight, but we get in the foxhole together, because there ain't many left. But give a hand to the premier attorney of our times in civil rights, Attorney Benjamin Crump.
Southern University, I want you all to really give a great round of applause for Reverend Al Sharpton, because he is the most effective civil rights leader living today. And it's not because he got that national television show, it's not because he got a national radio show, but it's because he answers the bell every time we call him, and he gets results. That's why he's the most effective civil rights leader living in America today. And God bless you, Reverend Al. Now, we're going to be brief. We're going to be brief because I know that Southern University gets it, and I'm preaching to the choir. We just need the choir to sing a little louder, okay? Trayvon Martin, you all were there, and so for his mother and father down in Florida, I want you to repeat after me. I am Trayvon. I am Trayvon. One more time. I am Trayvon. And for the family of Ferguson of Michael Brown, Southern, you all did it on social media so good. I want you to just simply raise your hands and say, hands up. Hands up. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Hands up. Hands up. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. One last time so they can hear it in Ferguson. Hands up. Hands up. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Thank you. And now we are here in Louisiana with this great lawyer, Carol Powell Lexington, dealing with your own Holocaust, your own situation. And I want to thank this great NBA lawyer and other National Bar Association lawyers, my sister Monique Edwards, Al Perkins, my brother Judge Yvette Alexander, Attorney Cleo Fields, the great Cleo Fields, Judge Faith Johnson. Y'all, all the lawyers in the room, please stand and y'all give them a round of applause for fighting on the front line. And to Southern University, we're so appreciative of you taking a stand. Because you could have said, that don't affect me. I don't know Victor White. Why I'm coming out, I don't know Michael Brown. But you took the stand, and it matters. Because there's a terrible recent trend that is developing. And I want to talk as a lawyer briefly to you. The recent trend of these Houdini handcuffed alleged suicide shootings of young men of color in the back of police cars. Right. It happened in 2012 in Jonesboro, Arkansas with Travis Carter. He was handcuffed, and they said in the police car, he somehow, like Houdini, shot himself in the right temple, even though he was left-handed. And then last year in North Carolina, Jesus Herter, 17 years old, in the back of a police car, handcuffed. They say he too, like Houdini, somehow shot himself in the face. And then we come to Louisiana. I ain't talking about Ferguson now. Louisiana, New Iberia, Victor White III in the back seat of the car. I couldn't believe it when Carol was telling me about it. In the back seat of the car. And it's worse than all of them, because unlike Travis, unlike Jose, they were out on the street somewhere. This was at the police station, in their custody. And he allegedly handcuffed behind his back. Somehow, if you believe the coroner, first the state police said he shot himself in the back, but thanks to Carol doing some incredible work, they had to admit that no, the coroner had to come back and say the shot came through the chest. And just for a second, as I told members of the media, just for a second, you thought for just a second, okay, they admitted that he was shot in the chest. The family is going to get justice. The truth is going to come out. But then shockingly, he still concluded, Attorney Fields, that the cause and manner of death is suicide. I don't even know how you can explain it to grieving parents and not make them just lose their mind when you say, hold on, my son was handcuffed in the backseat of the car, was shot in the chest, and y'all are saying it's suicide? It just, think about it, you all who have children. You get this terrible news that your child, who ain't a bad child, ain't got no criminal history and all this stuff, doing the right thing, that he was killed in police custody. And they say, even though he was handcuffed, with his hands behind his back, shot in the heart, they're saying it's suicide. How do you take that as a parent? You all got to think about that. So I want to just say to you, as lawyers, you all, at Southern University, we can't do it without you. As lawyers, we need you getting on social media, tweeting, following us and Carol. I'm at Attorney Crump. Carol gonna give you her Twitter, because we got to make this trend the way we made Trayvon Martin trend, the way we made Michael Brown trend in America. Because if we don't, there's a precedence out there that in Arkansas, Travis Carter, 2 years since his death, the manning cause of death is suicide. North Carolina, Jose Hurta, the manning cause of death is suicide. And if the manning cause of death remains suicide here in Louisiana, then this family don't even have a chance at getting due process. They don't have a chance of getting in the courtroom. If the cause of death is suicide, who you gonna arrest? If they can let that, and we said we won't call it a lie, but my grandmother told me if it looked like a duck, it walked like a duck, it quacked like a duck, it's a duck. And the fact that they would sit here and continue to perpetuate this thing and call the manning cause of death suicide, we got to stand up, y'all, because if we don't, nobody else will do it for us. Nobody else would do it for us. And lastly, before I give the microphone to Carol, you know, we at Southern University's campus, one of the institutions of higher education, one of the best and some of the brightest minds that we have to offer of any institution in America. And we sit here and we look at an official document from the coroner, the state coroner, and it's supposed to be scientific and objective. But you have him telling us in our community, I don't think they'll try this in any other community, but in our community, they say he's gonna speculate on what Victor White was thinking at the time. He put this in an official report. He says that either one or two things. Number one, he committed suicide, or number two, he accidentally shot himself. And so I'm saying, Southern, I need y'all to tell him, if he's gonna speculate, why don't he speculate what everybody's thinking? That it was a homicide. Somebody shot Victor White while he was handcuffed. And we cannot do it without you bright, smart, young people making Victor White's story trend. So hopefully you will leave here today and you will send the message loud and clear that we will not accept, like his mom and daddy, this as suicide. We know what this is. We were born at night, but we weren't born last night.
Amen, amen. First of all, I'd like to say that as a graduate of Southern University Law School, I know that Southern University has always been on the forefront of social justice, and we do not expect anything less as it relates to all these suicide or Houdini type of handcuff cases cases that are going out through America. See, we're not just limited here to Louisiana, but we must make a difference throughout the country, because that's the type of school that Southern University is. So we thank you all for supporting the White family. It's been a long, tedious journey. Since 5 months or 6 months ago when I got into this case, it absolutely made no sense. We didn't accept the bag of goods then, and we shall not accept it now as it relates to what happened to Victor White III. We serve notice on America that you will not do our children like this. We don't take it, we're not going to take it, and we are going to stand up for justice to make sure that the White family get the justice and come to some type of peace as it relates to the death of their child. I'm not going to hold you long. I'd just like to thank you all for your support, and I thank Attorney Ben Crump for coming in and working as my co-counsel here, and I don't think of any better person that I could have gotten in America to help us bring some type of resolution, or at least try to bring some type of justice to the White family. Thank you.